good or bad, to lure you in and to make you part of that team, they will sell their souls and they will give you anything for it. And I've lost friends. So the last thing I want to do is endorse somebody and then have to face you and you say, Glenn, you told us this was a good guy. You told us this guy wouldn't do what everybody else does. I haven't been willing to give that endorsement to anyone until Ted Cruz walked into my studio. When Ted Cruz walked into my studio 4 years ago, I said to him, Ted, I've seen a lot of politicians and you sound like all the other politicians. You go to Washington and you betray the people that just voted for you, I'm gonna be your worst nightmare. Because I don't have any friends in Washington and I wear that as a badge of honor. But I watched Ted Cruz because I'm from Texas. The reason why he's gonna win Texas in an overwhelming margin is because the people of Texas, they take this seriously. And they watched him every step of the way. And they watched him when he was getting knives in the chest from the Democrats. They watched him as the Republicans knifed him in the back. And when he was down on the ground, the media for 4 years has been kicking him in the head. But here's the good news. 2 things. 1, during that hurricane for the last 4 years, this guy hasn't budged or compromised one bit. You're tired, America. If you're tired of the politicians doing the same thing, telling you one thing and doing another, then what you need to do is vote for Ted Cruz because he's got a proven record. There are others. Marco Rubio, who I think is a very nice man, but I think he has lost his way. He has decided he wanted to be president of the United States, and he has moved in that direction, and he's lost his way. The Gang of Eight is clear evidence of that. And then when the record is presented, he does what? He and Donald Trump, to hide their own record, call out liar, liar, liar. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of politicians in Washington. I know good guys and bad guys. And I know liars in Washington. But I will tell you, I know Ted Cruz. He is not a liar. His honesty is impeccable. His integrity is unshakable. And the last thing, you cannot beat a Democrat with a Democrat. If you think you're going to beat Hillary Clinton with somebody else who is for amnesty, because like Ted Cruz was saying, we got to build a wall. Well, Ted Cruz was saying, we're not doing the Gang of Eight bill. Donald Trump was meeting with dreamers. Donald Trump was telling Mitt Romney that that's the worst thing. He's too tough on Mexico. He's saying these things now to get elected, but I'm telling you, between Planned Parenthood and all the other things that he has said that he's going to do, you cannot beat a Democrat with a Democrat. He will lose in the general. How you beat, for the first time since 1920, we have a true constitutionalist. Somebody who is truly a conservative. Somebody who will stand on that Constitution for the first time since 1920. And if we don't forget our principles, if we as conservatives all across America realize this guy means what he says and says what he means. This guy is, quite frankly, the guy most of us have been praying for our entire life. If we believe in our principles, if we have faith in our God and faith in our documents that made America great in the first place, you are going to see Ted Cruz mop the floor with Hillary Clinton. So I will tell you, we leave, I at least leave, Nevada feeling good. I said earlier today, just want him to come in 3rd place. I'm totally fine with him being in 3rd place because Super Tuesday is coming. Texas is coming. This is the place that Marco Rubio said, I grew up here. My dad worked here. My mom worked here. He spent a lot of time. I haven't seen the Marco rush. Marco hasn't won anything yet. But Ted Cruz has and Ted Cruz will. When you see what happens the week of Super Tuesday, you're going to see some wins on the board. We're all going to be standing here, cheering him on and working hard for Ted Cruz, the first Hispanic president of the United States of America. Now, I started talking to the American people about feeling betrayed, and especially you people in Nevada. There are a few there's a few Republicans that are not part of that. The Republicans that have endorsed Marco Rubio are the Republicans that passed that tax bill. It's not, they flock together. The Republicans that have endorsed Ted Cruz are the ones that stood against it the entire time. And I'm proud to introduce, you have an Attorney General who is cut from that cloth and stood against it and continues to stand against the storm. He's here and he wants to talk to you. His name is Adam Laxalt.